We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is a Jackson Media Creations production. I'm BT, and how the hell is everybody doing this morning? Well, it's morning here, and we pull the curtain back. Everybody knows we record on Sunday mornings. Gene and Smokey left for Charlotte. They're still in Charlotte at the gathering, and I've got two co-hosts this afternoon or this morning or whenever the hell you're watching this. First of all, I want to introduce to you my favorite host of P3 Radio, 1983's Dixie Youth Grand Champion and Richard's best friend. It's Josh Briley. How the hell are you, Josh?
Man, what an introduction.
Well, I got to give you an intro because Gene always gives you an intro, and I just stole Richard's, so there we go.
Sunday morning coming down, BT. I love it.
I got a quick question for you. I was thinking about this and was going to put something intro about this, but did you have you missed a episode in this season?
I don't think so.
I don't think you have, because you started with Richard. I didn't count how many episodes, but then I came on full time, and you've not missed an episode that I was on.
No, not this year. I had to go to like a church thing during the 93 one. Just they threw it on me on like a Saturday afternoon. Hey, tomorrow morning.
Right.
Shit. And then I thought about it. I was like, I'm cursing during a church thought. I need to quit that. Better quit that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, with Gene gone, you know, me and you could have done this by ourselves, or we could have invited 20 other people to be a cluster. Well, what is it? It's only the 2-minute mark. I'll be nice.
A CF.
Clusterfuck or something like that. Well, Fustercluck. There we go. But we did. I said it anyway. Shit. So we're gonna add co-host of the brand new Retro Wrestling Review ECW podcast, which has the best theme song of any podcast I know. The real, the true Mr. Wonderful. It's Brandon Wheeler. How you doing, Brandon?
Sorry, I was muted. Doing good, man. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
It's fun because, Brandon, you were part of the audience, the listeners of the USWA podcast. That's kind of like the way we met, right?
Yeah. Long time listener, first time caller. Yeah, man, it's so cool doing this podcast. This podcast is my favorite podcast. This is the podcast I watch, or usually I listen to it every week, at least once. Man, crazy to be here. Crazy.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I think you made
awesome, man.
Yeah. Because we enjoyed, with 93, I was just like the substitute for 93. And then when they went to 91, it was Richard, but there was all kinds of back talk in the background. We all knew, didn't we, Josh? It was going to happen.
It was getting rough for him. That road was rocky.
and then Richard quit doing it, and Gene said, "Man, I don't know if you want to do this full time," and I gave him the half-ass answer. I'll do it as many times. I'll do it as many times as I can when I don't want to do it. And I haven't missed one since I started full time. So it's just
we're glad that you're keeping wanting to do it. That's awesome.
I do. Absolutely. To me, it's it meant something. It changed a little bit of meaning when I put my mom in the hospital, and this was we're going away from all that on a Sunday morning, and it turned into something different. And then, I continue to do it, and I have a good time with it. Just a reminder, this is the final episode of the season of season 2. Final episode of USWA. Next week we'll have the final episode of season 2,
the finale,
which will be given away. We had a good time last year. We're going to give away some fun awards, and then I'm going into the Observer, and I'm going to see if we got into the yearbook of that year to see if USWA received any awards, and I'm going to give my own awards for Wrestler of the Year, heel, babyface, match of the year, you name it. That's what I'm going to do next week. And then you never know, we might have some guests. We don't know what's going on as of right now. So, but I gotta say real quick, I'm sponsored by Jolly Roll Furniture and Spaghetti Warehouse. And as you can tell, I didn't say the addresses, and you know why? Because I don't have to say the addresses when Smokey's not here. So Smokey not being here, we do have a producer behind the scenes. It is Duke. Duke is producing the show today, and he's giving me full reign. So let's get started. Let's bring it on this week. 12/28/1991. Real quick, Brandon, what was you doing in December of 1991?
That's coming off Christmas. I was 9 years old, man. So that had to have been a big Christmas. Yeah, I was probably still coming down from that high.
There you go. I was just I'm just so much older than you guys. I was
sorry.
I was just getting out of college during 91 and selling my tapes and working pizza and then owning my restaurant the next year. I just crazy time.
Now those are wrestling tapes you were selling, right?
Yeah, at one time.
Okay, I thought this might have been some pre-OnlyFans or something going on. So.
Probably so.
Hey, you know the way we got, we talked about this before, you got away with watching porn on VHS was you put like CWA wrestling on it. You had your own code for the first 30 minutes and then you put your porn on. I'm not going to go over every time they show a repeat today because we got a lot of repeats. We got Brian Christopher clips. We got Fuller Jarrett clips. We got Embry, Dr. Tom clips. I want to start with we're continuing the evolution today of Brian Christopher turning heel. Like we talked about last week, and I re-listened to the show, it was one of those things that kind of surprised us. Oh, yeah. Well, we don't remember this happening. Well, here we go. Here's a small clip of what happened on this week's show.
Big body slam on Brian. Off the rope. Dropping with a big leg. Tony Anthony. Big spine up. Goes over to his corner. Tags the Candyman. Reggie B. Fine. Back in action today. Reggie picks Brian up. Body slam. Big body slam on Brian. And the way they have taken control. Comes off. The way they have taken control here, it proves you can't make a mistake against a veteran team. And Tony Anthony immediately took control when Brian ran into nothing but the turnbuckles in the corner. Another body slam by Candyman. Comes down with an elbow. Oh, he missed that time. Brian moved out of the way and working on Candyman with a foot. Boy, he's going after him. Brian Christopher Dale, I think, is getting a little eager now to win matches. You know, he finally got a win last week. Boy, he's coming here today, and I'm sure he's looking for a win over this team of Candyman and Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony. He has a determination about him. Ever since he stepped in there for the first time today, it's looked like he is ready to take care of business and get himself a victory, like I say. Tags his partner, Tony, and Tony comes in. Oh, Candyman up. Candyman, 1, 2. Oh, Candyman got it. 1, 2, 3. It's over. They got it. He had Candyman set up in a small package there, but Candyman had his shoulders covered. Got the pin cover on New Kid Tony, and the New Kid, Brian and Tony get defeated by Candyman and Dirty White Boy. Well, Candyman and Dirty White Boy, you got to hand it to him. Candyman took advantage of the moment. And even though Tony looked like he had things going his way with a small package, it was the Candyman who ends up with the advantage. Look at this. Brian is, boy, he's upset. He's not the one that even got pinned. Tony got the pin. They covered Tony, and then Tony looks like sitting in the middle of the ring, and looks like Tony's trying to tell him, hey, come on, let's go. It's all right. Yeah, but Brian is upset. He's just telling Tony, just go on. He's telling Tony to just go on and leave him alone. I didn't hear exactly what he said, but he is not happy at all. Tony is leaving the area. Brian still sitting there. Brian is not the one who was pinned, but he is mighty disappointed. Last week he got a win over the Candyman. He got a win last week. This week he's lost. He's headed this way. Maybe a comment or two from Brian Christopher.
I know I don't have an interview scheduled, but I got something that's irritating me very bad. And I need to get off my chest. But last week I came out here and I had a match against Candyman. Everybody saw what happened. He came out here, dancing to his music, throwing his candy. He felt real good. But when he caught up in the ring with me, he got beat. And now this week I bring Tony up here, and I think 2 wins in a row, that's going to be real good. And look what happens. What happened, Dave Brown? What happened?
Well, you guys lost. Tony got pinned.
Yeah, Tony gets pinned. Now the record book is not going to go down as the Candyman beat Tony Williams. It's going to go down in the record books as the Candyman and Dirty White Boy beat the new kid. And I'm not a loser. I'm in this sport to win. You get no fame when you lose. You get no glory. You get less money. So right now, I'm asking a favor of Eddie Marlin. I don't want to be anything to do with any tag teams around here anymore. I'm my own man. I don't want to be partners with Tony Williams anymore. Tony, are you a jabroni? What's the deal with you, huh? You still a job boy? Huh? I'm here to win. So Eddie Marlin, from now on, single matches for me. I'm going to do it my way.
All right, Brian. Well, we give you the opportunity to say what you need to say here. He's splitting the team. He wants to wrestle as a single. You know, I understand where he's coming from, that, you know, that a loss for the tag team goes down as a loss on his record, but, well, we'll see what develops here as the weeks go along, because he says he doesn't want to be a part of any tag team matches anymore, just wrestle as a single. We'll be back with more.
All right, let's start with Josh. Josh, I want to let you guys say what y'all got to say, and I got a few things I wanted to point out. I just put the ending of that match, which I think is hilarious because it's 4 body slams. But Josh, what did you think, man?
It was 4 body slams because, again, I think there's some kind of language barrier between Brian and Reggie B. Like, something happens when they wrestle here.
Yeah.
CF, as we were talking about earlier.
There you go.
But they reel it back in and make it happen, you know, to get what they're trying to get across. But, man, I guess, you know, because I said last week, I looked at that as kind of like the birth, the beginning, the big bang of heel Brian Christopher. But I don't know. I guess because they hadn't split the team up, BT. They hadn't split the team. I guess it wasn't the for real beginning yet. It was like the awakening, maybe. And then,
that was pre-turn. This is turn.
This is the team's over.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Meltzer put he turned against his partner. It doesn't feel like a real turn to me unless there's some kind of physical altercation going on. So I look forward to seeing if they do something with that. What'd you think, Brandon?
Man, I thought it was fun. It's a little corny. I mean, I'm not a loser. Losers don't get no glory. I mean, he sounds country. I mean, he probably sounds more country than I do at this point. But yeah, what's the deal with you, huh? Yeah, man, it's this is going to be fun.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we talked about this. He's not used to having a mic, and you still think about, you know, he's a natural in the ring, he's a natural on the mic, and then, you know, doing an angle with Tony. What I found hilarious was the 4 body slams because Josh said they messed up the first one. He was supposed to move, Brian didn't move, and then Reggie got him on the other side. What the hell was that? And them legs. Every time I think about what Gene says, that he's got rubber legs like Pokey. And that's what I think of. His legs are all over the place.
Oh, jelly leg.
Jelly legs. And then Brian Christopher body slams him twice before he tags in Tony. And I was like, well, they might have been telling him something, you know. I thought it was a nice touch. Y'all know I always like the little touches of everything. And I'm a gear man. I love it that they wore the new kids' gear. So he didn't have weird biker shorts on. Right. He wore the gear. And as you, a fan, would think, well, here's the new kids. Brian done straightened up his shit from last week. But no, he hasn't. And, you know, Josh, I looked up some stuff, and we was talking about, that terminology. Was he trying to get that group of people? 91 American Online, and we talked about this Friday night, was getting a lot of people started going to America before the actual war of WCW versus WWE during that time, and American Online was getting hot. So the internet was getting hot around this time, and it might have been a big part of that. Not just the dirt sheets, but it could have been he said Job Boy. So it would get people to talking about Brian Christopher. But I liked what you said last week. It might have had something to do with who he considers his mentor, and that's Eddie Gilbert. So we do get some stuff. Like I said, we're going to get a bunch of repeats of clips. Then y'all know I gotta play a Robert Fuller promo. I gotta do that, y'all.
Disgusting what happened, Robert. Yeah, that's a disgusting piece of tape right there. Before I get into any interview or anything, I want to thank these people for the fine reception that they gave me and coming back. I've had some holidays. Watch Richard Lee here. What's it take for you to learn a lesson? What's it take? Robert Fuller. Yeah, Richard Lee came out here and he didn't. Robert Fuller didn't back up a second, let me tell you. Not at all. Richard Lee came out here, Robert just knocked him down. He's got him by the tie, dragging him into the ring. Robert Fuller has been watching that videotape, and he is steamed about it. He was telling me that as we were watching the tape. Look out, Robert, there's the Moondogs are here. Robert. There's the Moondogs come out here. Robert Fuller takes his shirt off. He's still not backing up. And the Moondogs have collected Richard Lee. And the wise thing for them to do is going to be to get out of here. Yeah. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Yeah, I think they're going to get Richard Lee out. Yeah, there he goes. Richard Lee came out here trying to get Robert Fuller right now coming out of the ring. Well, Robert, congratulations. Thank you for getting rid of him. Let's start over. You know what? I growed up on a farm out around the barns. A lot of stinking no-good dogs hung around. Some of them was bad to bite. I learned something. You go around and you just smack on them, slap them a little bit. They get real mean and they bite you. So what you do, boys, you knock a hole right in them. And that's the way you get your job fixed. Let me tell you something. My partner gets back in this town. I'm going to tell you something, boys. You're going to see the darndest butt-kissing that ever took place in my land, my territory. Because I'm going to tell you what, one of you, or two of you, or maybe all three of you are going to lay out on a stretcher, son. And when you're down there, I want you to think about it. You're going to be mad as death died. And there ain't going to be no mercy. So don't ask for none. Somebody's going to take a big long ride to the hospital. Get your ambulance, have it at the back door, because you're darn well going to need it. Robert Fuller, he'll be with.
Woo! He is fired up. What'd you think, Josh?
Oh, I had to rewind it a couple of times and watch it because I love his zero tolerance for bullshit. Like, what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? Boom! I mean, it wasn't a sucker punch. That was just like a Bruce Lee type thing.
Yeah.
I wore a shirt almost exactly like that to a job interview before I got the job that I work now. I went.
Did you get the job?
Absolutely not.
You should have did that promo.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's it going to take to get a job? Bam! Hit the first motherfucker. I went in there, though. It was this weird situation. It was like 12 of them at a round table. And I thought I was going into a one-on-one, dude. So I guess he could see I was thrown off by that. And maybe Steve Carell that said the wrong shit. I don't know. I didn't get it, though. And maybe it was the shirt. But, yeah, I thought, let him get a little bit of revenge because he almost bled to death and they beat him into a puddle of piss the last time that we seen him. And then with the bone to the throat, they got, what was it? The church key on TV.
The church key,
bone to the throat at the Mid-South Coliseum. So at least he got a little bit of revenge. And I like seeing Robert Fuller fired up, man. He's a good baby face now.
Me too. I love that, Robert. What about you?
Same here, man. Promo of the show. I mean, I thought it was great. 9-year-old me would have been freaking out. I'm dragging around by the tie. That was awesome. I thought it was great, man. And he was selling the shit out of it too. You know, like
yeah. I guess that's what you call selling him.
Well, I mean, getting drug around. I guess he made it look good. I'll put it that way. But yeah, no, I'm fired up about it.
And he is Fuller. We've talked about this over and over, but he's such a big freaking man. When he's standing there with Dave, it's like, man, Dave looks tiny. And I think me and Dave are pretty much 5'11". We're both the same height. I'll have to start looking at Lawler Fuller when they're on the screen because I'm the same height as Lawler. What I thought was funny was the choking and dragging him and him not giving them nothing. He gave the Moondogs nothing. He was not. No, it's his turn to get some shine, if you will. What I thought was funny. Now we don't show the card until later on in the show, but the show is tonight on a Saturday night of the day of this that this aired. And Jeff sent in a promo. I'm like, I wrote, where the hell is Jeff Jarrett? I mean, he decided he didn't want to do TV. What the hell's going on? Kind of thing.
It was him and Jerry's Christmas dinner. Like, because you know how some people do it on the weekend.
On Saturday.
that they hated. He wasn't going to be able to get from Hendersonville until later on that night.
Maybe that was it because, you know, this being Christmas, the last week, this week we got Embry at home. We had lots of guys home last week. Even Fuller was home, but they're starting to return back here in the last show of December. Up next, I didn't clip this, but we had Birdman Koko Ware, and I know he's a favorite of Josh. He does really good imitation of Koko Ware. And then Koko likes to slap the shit out of people. But he wrestled the Scorpion. It was a very quick match. So I looked this up. We've talked about this before, but Koko spends some time. He's been spending some time here in USWA, and I looked at the results. He continues to spend time here until they start the tag team with Owen Hart. So, but the incident that got him fired or hired back or whatever with WWE was in '89. So I don't know if Koko just didn't. They rehired him and didn't use him because I can't find any results of what he was doing. He did some shows in New Jersey, and then he did USWA until he returned to WWE, started doing TV with them. So
I think Gene was saying like they would let him do the dates. That's why him and Kamala maybe was there. I don't know if Kamala was with him yet or not.
Yeah,
but they said when they wasn't using them, they could go down there and actually make some money.
And he stays. Well, he's going to be part of 1992, and I got that only because I was trying to see where he was at and what the hell was he does in Memphis at this time, because I'm thinking him and Hart are going to start tagging, which I was right, but it's later on in 92. We have Doug Masters against Dr. Tom, and you know, you think this is going to be a pretty good match, but it's just really a setup for what is going to happen. And this is some fun stuff right here. Short clip, but fun stuff.
I'm in that corner now. There is the right hands on Masters. Oh, another one of those hard shots. Hey, look at here. What is Tony Falk and CJ doing out here? Hey, whoa. Tony nailed this Texas. He nailed her. CJ's holding her. Tony Falk slapping Miss Texas over there while the bout is still going on in the ring. Tony! Whoa, what in the world's going on over there? Tony Falk slapping Miss Texas. There's Masters. He's got a slap in the ring. There's action everywhere as Bart Sawyer has jumped in now to go after Masters. Prichard goes over, trying to help Miss Texas out, lays Tony Falk down. Boy, what a lot of action we've got here today. There's CJ and Miss Texas in the ring now. Bart goes Masters out. Sawyer behind him. Bart Sawyer has run Masters out of here. Tony Falk and CJ now limping out of here. Yeah, they came out here when the bout was going on. And Tony Falk nailed Miss Texas. Whoa. Hand raised to Tom Prichard, a disqualification on Masters for bringing that.
All right. What'd you think about that, Josh?
Normally, I would have hated this kind of thing, this big, this guy's got this shit going on, this person's chasing this guy, but I loved it. It was absolutely great. The slapping and coming out. It looked like CJ because she didn't have her hair braided this time. It looked like that she had one of those like parody or Halloween wigs of like Joe Dirt. It looked fake. Like it was so big off of her head. And fucking cowboy Bart Simpson. He just like turned into a cowboy with the boots and he looked like little Robert Fuller coming out there. And I don't understand with this fucking belt. Like, why is there a belt? Like they have had a belt in every confrontation that they've had.
Well, they're building for Monday night. We know what's I said something last week about it, but we know what's happening in Monday night. So they're trying to get us. I thought it was funny that Bart was had the long sleeves because I'm thinking to myself, Bart thinks maybe that Masters is going to get some heat back, and he's going to make sure he's fully clothed this week. We did clip this, but there's kind of a Dr. Tom Bart thing going on at the end, like because Bart had just turned heel. One thing about Doug Masters, I'll let you tell us what you thought, was that chop that he gave Dr. Tom. I think that's the best chop he's given so far. So I wanted to go woo when he gave it. So he did a good job on that. What'd you think, Brandon? You like what's going on with all these guys?
Man. I mean, you saw they had Miss Texas's dress ripped open, and then just beating the piss out of her. That was good stuff, man. Did you see? Did anybody notice Dr. Tom push Miss Texas into the ring? Like as she's getting in the ring, he just like barrels her on in there. He's trying to make it happen so fast. That was pretty cool. But no, man, that was a wild segment.
I was thinking that Tony Falk was saying, you remember when you wrestled me in Blytheville, Arkansas, and you whipped my ass? This is why, because I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
I got you.
I loved it. I love what they're doing with this. We're building for a mixed tag on Monday night, then building for Emery coming back, and we're building for the we'll get the full card, but the strap match between Bart and Masters. I've said this every freaking week. I will say it again. Brandon, you can agree with me and Josh. Me and Josh think, or disagree, think he should have went full steam ahead and did the Bart gimmick. The Bart Simpson gimmick.
It's 91, man. I don't know. Probably not as a 9-year-old. Yeah. Oh, I'd have been all in. I don't know, man. I thought it was kind of goofy, to be honest with you. But it is 91. And I mean, we have Ninja Turtles that run around from time to time, and Nightmare Freddy. So I don't know. I guess it's not too hokey for Memphis, but 9-year-old me would have loved it. But as an adult, I would have thought it was corny.
Yeah. It got over big time in Portland. Like,
did it?
As soon as he came down, they came down. I was telling these guys, he was huge over. All right, yeah. We got something, and I don't even know what to say about the promo I'll bring up here in a minute. But it all starts right after we look at this infamous top 10 that we've been looking at for weeks. We got Koko's made his first TV appearance. He's on there. Jeff Jarrett, I think Dave Brown said that Jarrett started at 47 this week, not 44, but 47. It was 34 or something first. And then we got Lawler at number 1. Sam, I'm going to say this first. Sandman at 4 and Jeff Gaylord at 9. So this whole promo we're fixing to have in this mini double elimination, I'm on Jerry Lawler's side on this because Lawler keeps, making a note that why are we doing this kind of thing? But this is a fun segment, and I think they were given way too much time. And
thank God.
Yeah, thank God. This is what I live for when I watch USWA. Here we go. This is about 4 minutes, but it is fun.
All right, very good. There'll be no fighting out here right now. If it is, it'll be action and fine. All right, and 2 referees in the elimination matches. King? You may say there'll be no fighting, but if you don't mind, I'd rather be on one side of you than the other side. All right, well, you stay over here. We'll put these guys over here, and I'm not going to turn my back on them either. Jeff, right here. reaffirm what Eddie has just said and what he's told you privately. No fighting out here. He's going to take action, and he'll do it immediately.
Now, let me just say, first of all, you know, I understand the fact that there is going to be this tournament. It's going to take place, and it's going to be a double elimination tournament, just so, you know, I'm not real sure about the intelligence level of these two guys, so I want to make sure they know exactly what's going to take place here. It's going to be a double elimination tournament. Double elimination tournament. And I don't know if you guys heard what Eddie Marlin said, but in each one of these matches, there's going to be 2 referees. Do you guys understand what 2 referees mean in this? You're going to need 2 referees in that ring to count 3 on you when I pin you 2 times tonight. Now, here's your problem. The only thing that worries me about either one of these guys is outside interference. Because I've already proven to everybody that I can beat you, Sandman, and I've proven that I can beat you, Gaylord. Prove it to everybody, Gaylord. Right here last week. Who was beat up left on the back last week? The Missouri Tiger crushed you last week, and everybody saw it. I'm the #1 man, baby. Let me just say this. First of all, I don't even understand why they're having this tournament. Because as you saw on the rankings, you're like number 9, you're number 4 or 5, and I'm the #1 contender. And as far as I'm concerned, when I was the champion, I always faced the #1 contender first. I don't even know why they're having this tournament, but let me just tell you this. They are having it. It's going to take place. And when I get through with both of you guys, you're going to slide down that ladder of success so fast, you'll have splinters in your butt. Do you understand that, boy? Oh, yeah, you're real smart, Jerry Lawler. Hey, if you're so smart, what's a semi-tendinosis? What's a semi-membrosis? What does oxycosinol do? Only the Tiger knows. No way! The Missouri Tigers! Hey, Sandman, what? These people know how stupid this man is. This man tries to find the Coupe de Ville in the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. Hey, listen to me, Sandman. The only reason they call you Sandman is when guys like me hit the beach. We're kicking sand in your face. That's why you're the Sandman. And if you ever made it to the beach, because you're not smart enough to follow the directions to get there. All right, Mr. Braves, what's a semi-tendinosis? What's a semi-membrosis? What's oxycosinol do? See, you big, dumb, bleak blood. The only reason you're in that wetsuit is to hide that pot belly. I know the difference from a wrist lock and a wristwatch, and that's why I'm going to be wrestling Kamala for that belt, because I'm going to take care of both of you. Hey, know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch isn't going to get you anywhere, brother. You got to have arms. You gotta have brains. You gotta be hostile. You got 50% of it. You might have the arms, and you people but you don't have the brains. You don't have the brains, and you don't have the brains.
Well, the Sandman and Jeff Gaylord insulting each other.
I'm not happy about this situation. I should be wrestling Kamala for the belt. I shouldn't have to beat these 2 punks anywhere. I should be wrestling for the championship. I'm the #4 contender. We don't care about Jerry Lawler. We don't care about this. If we didn't have that rule, I'd knock this piece out here right on the ground.
No, there's not going to be any fighting here. Remember what Eddie Marlin said. I tell you, not going to be any fighting here, Sandman. Forget it, Gaylord. All right, now put the surfboard down. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to call a halt to this right here. We're going to let you settle it in the ring in the round-robin tournament. Double elimination. Lawler.
Oh, my God. That had to be my favorite part of the week. You talk about rewinding stuff. Yeah. So tell me, Josh, you unload on me on this.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm struggling to find a favorite segment over this year. Like, it's almost like the king knew, if I get these 2 out here, it will be great. That was so like, yes, I rewound it over and over.
It really was. Let's just leave them out here. Let's see what happens.
Hey, Gaylord out there just reciting what he heard at his recent doctor's appointment, like acting like you're an idiot if you don't know this super inside medical bullshit that he either got told by his doctor or he read in a fucking book when he was out in the lobby or whatever.
No, he got that when he went Back to the Future kind of thing. He went back in time. Oh my God.
But yeah, it was kind of cool too, because usually, especially, I'm 9 years old as well, and you're not really used to seeing two heels out there just going at each other. Plus, they were both fucking with it was weird, but I loved it.
Those kids were having such a good time. Did you see them boys in the front? I don't know what I'm trying to front.
The front row,
there.
yeah,
front row. That's what row, boy. That's hard.
I figured that was Brian and Tony's friends for the big turn or something.
No, they were having so much fun.
There was a lot of them. Oh, I thought it was great, man. It was an absolute train wreck. The idea that Sandman's number 4 on any list besides a government watch list is amazing to me. Man, that's why you're the Sandman, because you kick sand in people's face. It was so bad, and it's like they were arguing, trying to out fuck up each other. You know what I mean? Like, Dave's face during the whole thing, he's just like looking around, like, what?
He put his head down once.
Yeah, like he's in shock, man. Like Jerry, you said, I think Jerry just left him out there with him. I think that was just trying to see what happens. Walk away from the train wreck.
I've got to talk fashion. So as soon as Jerry walks out, I said out loud, "What the fuck are you wearing? And why do we want to see your chest hair? We do not want to see your chest hair."
Dude, my mom had a sweater just like that. Like, that's what I thought. I was like, man, that's a woman's sweater.
It might be. That might be a rib. The whole elimination thing is funny when Dave talks about it. We'll run that and when we talk about the Monday night card, because he puts the matches all over the place, which that might be how they did it. But and then when Gaylord grabbed, got to make reference to something Josh said and Gene said last week that I didn't notice, was the shirt that Gaylord is wearing again, where it looks like it's with a paint pencil that somebody did. So what the hell? I mean, hey, I don't have the real shirt anymore, but I'm still putting y'all over because you gave me $50. So, but when Gaylord grabbed the surfboard, all I could, and I know it probably thought the same thing Sandman did. Oh, hell, he's fixing to break it or something. And then when he was, Josh, that was perfect what you said. He just heard some stuff at the last doctor's visit, and he just started saying, because I rewound it and said, What are you talking about? Yeah. And I wanted to look it up to see if he was right, but I did not do that. But yes, this 1991, this is the icing on the cake to end this season. But
it's like some shit he would do at a bar, because you hear that cocky little thing, only the tiger knows, and he
yeah.
You gotta have and brains, and like, oh my god,
it was good. It was good. I did. We said this last week. Gaylord is one of those guys who he has the body, he has the background. I mean, you look at that guys during this time, some of the promoters wanted guys that looked as good as he did and had an athletic background. And that would have been a perfect guy for Bill Watts. Would have loved him, I thought. But he
was there for a little bit.
Yeah, but he just didn't get it. Bill knew, I guess, had been with him for a little bit. He just didn't get it. Talking about what
cartoon character.
Do what now?
He's a for real cartoon.
Yes. Like and I said this, and I didn't want to, I didn't want to sound bad last week, but I said last week, all my friends in the business at the time that I was hanging around, they didn't have good things. Jeff is just a nut, and they didn't want to work him because he didn't know what he was doing and he didn't listen. So
yeah, you could definitely tell. I mean, even by his promos, that like this guy eats, sleeps, and breathes this shit. Like, you ain't going to tell him nothing.
Yeah. He knew everything, and he wasn't going to listen.
That totally comes through the camera.
Yeah. We're talking about he's in great shape. I'm going to tell you, I looked his age up, and I didn't mention this after the Fuller promo, but Fuller was in some great shape at this time. He was 42 years old.
Fuller was?
Fuller was. He
younger than me.
was huge, man. He was huge. He'd been working out with Jeff. Him and Jeff may have got into those supplements, we like to say. So at 42,
Get them delivered out to the farm, Jeff. It'll be safe.
I want to take. I'm gonna shoehorn Brandon's ECW podcast into our podcast, Josh. There's some Terry Funk interviews with a horse talking about Eddie Gilbert on ECW.
Yeah.
I wish Fuller would have had some talking about the Moondogs with a horse. That would have been hilarious.
Man.
So
I love Terry Funk, but Fuller's a better promo when it comes to just like really getting his point across.
All right, Brandon, you're gone. So see you later. He said something bad about Terry Funk. So you're out.
Oh, come on now. Terry's one of my faves.
That's bullshit, Brandon Taylor. That's bullshit.
Well, you watch his ECW promos and you go back and watch that.
Dude,
promo
I
and
got
tell
in
me that
trouble.
he's good.
I got legit heat from 90. It was early 95 Terry Funk. Whenever he gets the reveal from the Sandman thing.
Yeah.
I'm watching it with my granny, who was an absolute wrestling nut. But they even beeped out, goddamn. He said, I'm gonna whip him like a beep damn dog. And my granny, you better turn that off.
That's where she draws the line.
That's the first time ever she made me turn off wrestling was ECW Terry Funk. It was like, man.
That's the language.
Yes.
Jesus. Just think it should have made it a couple years in.
It's over with.
Yeah.
But what's funny is just because, Uncle Danny had so many guys in the early 2000s going up there, she liked that shit. So she was watching every Monday night. All the Kane shit with, what's that, where they had the hand, the baby was the hand.
Yeah.
She saw all that.
Mae Young.
But Terry Funk was where she drew the line with me.
Nobody's saying GD. I know a lot of people like that, especially in the South. If you say that in the South, that's the cuss word you're not supposed to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one. All right, brings us up to. I'm going to show a little bit of this match. It's TD Still and a new wrestler, young guy by the name of Dazzler Hayes, and I'm going to talk about Dazzler Hayes when we get through watching these clips. It's the Moondogs against TD Still. TD didn't have to referee this week. He got his ass whipped.
Picked him up by his necktie and took him all the way to the ring. Oh, he's got that chair. Got Jeff Jarrett's name roll on that chair. Dazzler Hayes threw over the top rope now by Moondog Spot. Takes Hayes into the rope. Comes off. Oh, man. Did he flip it with a big clothesline? Oh, boy. Moondog Spot. Oh, boy, what a dangerous clothesline on Dazzler Hayes. Oh, the Moondogs, they're just serious. I wish they would come in here if they would just fight the bout, get the win. Now, Dazzler Hayes, our first look at him here on USWA Wrestling. Of course, TD Still, we pick Hayes out. Oh, they throw him back in the ring for a change. Sure did. That's unlikely of these guys. They have him in the ring. He's got Hayes up. Moondog Spot on the middle rope now. Comes down. Oh, big forearm on Dazzler Hayes. Going for the pin cover. 1, 2, 3. It's over. He got the win. Robert Fuller. Robert Fuller. I'm going to tell you something, Bob. You're not a better one. Lanky-legged. Beat the low-down Tennessee Greg Fuller. I ain't never done nothing to you. My Moondogs have never done anything to you. You came out here with a count. You tried to cut their hands open. It didn't work. Jeff Jarrett, you the steel chair. It didn't work. I've never done nothing. You tried to take my life. Now hang on me, Robert Fuller. When we get our hands on you, boy. When we get our hands on you. Any place, any time, you're gonna be sorry, Robert Fuller. Nobody does this to me. And get away with it. Richard Lee, his version of the facts, not the correct one, let me assure you either. Meanwhile, the Moondogs continue to punish TD Steele and Dazzler Hayes out here. Boy, these guys are going wild. I'll tell you the truth. Moondogs come out here again. They got TD. Boy, the Moondogs have hammered these two young wrestlers. This is horrible. Referee Paul Neighbors is down in the ring. Yeah, they got him in the ring. They got TD over here working on him, one of the Moondogs. Other Moondog over there now. Moondog spot. Coming around the back here. Hit TD with that chair again. Oh, he bends that chair on TD. Still bending that chair. TD trying to fight back. Oh, boy, he bent that chair on TD still. He's still bending that chair. Eddie Marlin out here trying to get this one broken up. Eddie Marlin, yeah. Boy, these guys are rough and tough. It's bad. And the Moondog still running wild. TD and Dazzler Hayes on their way out. TD still hanging around. TD head for the dressing room. We're going to take a break. Boy, I tell you, we'll be back.
All right, Josh, what'd you think?
I love this. Is like the first time that they've got the name like of the wrestler they want to kill written on the chair. And that's a gimmick they're going to do for at least over a year coming up.
Love it.
And oh my God, that name though, Dazzler Hayes.
The Dazzler.
That is just. I'm glad they whipped the shit out of him like they did. That fucking name, he deserves it.
They didn't give him
what
shit
a clothesline! Either. What a clothesline!
He bumped good on that clothesline.
He did it. I slow mode it so I was like, maybe the Moondog helped him, giving him a pretty step. No, that son of a bitch just did a legit back.
He did.
I was like, holy shit! And this was like the first, like, because they gave a pretty good ass whipping where they busted both of the undercard guys. They busted them open horribly. That was one thing, but this ass whooping seemed different. They broke the chair. TD Steele, he has taken some of the best and most vicious ass whippings this year that we've seen, with the suplex on the outside on the against the side of the ring. There was another bad bump that he took, and then they broke the chair on him. I mean, like, that was absolutely awesome. And what a way to get the point across by this kind of vicious shit. I love this kind of stuff.
What about you, Brandon?
Man, I have the same. I mean, I pretty much took the same notes. The big clothesline was awesome. Richard Lee was fired up, man. He was upset, and you could tell it came off very, very good. I had another note that wasn't very Dazzlerish for the Dazzler there, and there were 3 big moves during that. Corey yelled that out 3 times.
Man, he hates the Moondogs. I mean,
big clothesline.
He hates them, so he just
he gets worked up when they come out.
And Richard Lee, this is his rookie year, guys.
That's pretty cool, man.
He is so good at what he does. He really is.
No, I agree.
Oh, so since y'all shit on my friend Dazzler Hayes,
have you ever seen the Dazzler before?
Just let y'all know this. His name is Ricky Hayes. He wrestled on Outlaws in the Dyersburg area.
What was wrong with that name?
I don't know why they called him Dazzler, but I remember one of the first shows I worked with him. I was like, what the hell? But as soon as they announced that name, he had got it over. It was the Dazzlers. It was a tag team. I can't remember his tag team partner. So when he came to TV, he had been working for 10 years when he came to TV. I talked to him yesterday. And when he had used Larry Spot Moondog a couple of times on his shows there in Dyersburg. So they knew each other. But he said that was some humble pie going on right there that day, because the Dazzlers were huge over in Dyersburg. I mean, they were big time. They went over. He pretty much wrote his own scripts and all that kind of stuff. And he'd been doing it for 10 years. He gets in, and the first 3 appearances we see of him on TV5, he gets his ass whipped by the Moondogs. So Ricky said that his goal in professional wrestling was to wrestle at the Mid-South Coliseum and him coming in doing this these jobs actually got him to accomplish that goal. And then he was able to still wrestle in Dyersburg. For some reason, those guys were Sarge O'Reilly, him, all these guys were really never hurt by the jobs on TV. They still were big time over.
Gotcha.
I worked many shows with Ricky, and he's got I don't know, 1 or 2 sons. One of them's really good, but they were just outlaw guys, So
Like, he was fucking great during this match. I mean,
yes,
like
I thought he was too.
That was probably it has to be the best clothesline of the year, right?
Oh.
If we're giving awards prematurely, that's my favorite.
We got 2 things for the end of the year: that Gaylord promo and as being messed up. But it was. I've known Ricky for so many years. It was fun to see him on TV, and that's why I reached out to him mainly to say, "Do you know whether this was your first time?" And he said, "Well, I said they said it was." He goes, "It had to be 3 because the first 3 times was against the Moondogs." I love the humble pie because, as an independent guy on the circuit, you think you're hot shit no matter what. In front of your hometown of Dyersburg, Tennessee, but then you get on TV and they beat you. So that was the best way to say it, beat you. We're going to go to commercial break, podcast commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have Monday Night Card. In the Monday Night Card, I'm going to show exactly the way Dave put it, but for some reason, I had so much fun listening to Dave talk about the elimination match. So here we go. Here's a commercial. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Ray Russell here. Lots of new stuff happening here at WrestleCopia. If you haven't checked out our website at WrestleCopia.com, it's a great way to keep up with the latest episodes of all of your favorite Copia programming, from the Wrestling Memory Grenade to Regional Wrestling with the Territory Talk, the Wrestling Stoop with the legendary Bob Roop, and of course all of those programs also available at your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the Copia world, all the latest news, random thoughts, fun videos, pictures, and more, make sure to join the more than 33,000 followers over at Facebook.com/Wrestling Grenade. Don't be left out. And last but definitely not least, it's what keeps the entire machine going. I'm talking about Patreon.com/WrestleCopia. We appreciate your support in helping us pay the bills to keep the WrestleCopia Podcast Network running and enabling us to continue to bring you all the quality programming that we offer.
Hey everybody, I'm Gene Jackson, and I want to introduce you to the Retro Wrestling Archive Podcast Network and the great pro wrestling nostalgia podcast we bring, including the Retro Wrestling Review Series covering the USWA, Memphis Power Pro Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, and we've just added World Class Championship Wrestling, and now ECW. Plus great interview shows like Beyond Wrestling with Rob Hell, where the stories go beyond the ring. Then there's Dangerous Conversations with the legendary Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Plus don't miss special live streams like Live from the Archive and Arc of an Angle. And the Retro Wrestling Archive Network is growing. We're proud to feature the affiliate shows like STS Pod, The Hang, Classic Pro Wrestling Talk, Get Your Bell Rung, and even more great shows are coming soon. If that's not all, join the Retro Wrestling Archive Patreon for exclusive bonus content, early podcast releases, special extras, and access to a Google Drive that is absolutely busting at the seams with territory wrestling history, including our legendary Memphis Mega Folder. Podcast, interviews, watch-alongs, live streams, YouTube, Patreon, territory wrestling history. It's all waiting for you at RetroWrestlingArchive.club, where we're preserving pro wrestling history daily. Don't just remember it, relive it.
Tired of the same boring wrestling podcast? Need something with attitude, chaos, and maybe just a little cussing? That's STSPod.club, and we got it all covered. We've got wrestling weirdness with WTF News Desk, 5-minute time limit, and the Southern fried brain of me, BT, steering the whole ship. We also have rolling into Memphis every week about the current Memphis wrestling. Interviews, hot takes, and wrestling outrageousness so wild it might get you banned in 12 states. That's right, it's SDSpod.club or search all podcast catchers for Shooting the Shiznit, where wrestling podcasts grow chest hair. Not sure what that meant. Love my mama. All right, back, and here we go. Let's go ahead and see what's going on Monday night.
A lot of fireworks for the new year.
Yeah, Tim, can you get a shot? Look at that. That's just a box full of fireworks right there. It's about $500 worth, and that is going to be given away. No purchase necessary. But that's tonight at the Mid-South Coliseum, and opening match of the night. Flaming Star is going to be in there. They go against the Dirty White Boy in the opening match of the night. Again, 7:30 is time tonight at the Mid-South Coliseum. Next match, Tony Williams. Well, it's not going to be the new kids, Brian and Tony. It's going to be Tony, shown in the middle here, going against the Birdman, Koko B. Ware. This one will be a single match, too. The other of the new kids, Brian Christopher. I beg your pardon. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself right there. All right, I'll come back to that one. Let me tell you about Brian Christopher and the Candyman first. Now, Brian has said he doesn't want to be a part of any more tag team matches.
Right.
He wants to wrestle as a single, and he wants to win or lose on his own. He's got a rematch. He has a victory against the Candyman. He and his partner lost here today in a tag team match, but as singles, Brian is leading this 1-0. The Candyman trying to even it up at 1 apiece. Brian Christopher says he doesn't want to be a jabroni anymore. He wants to be considered a serious wrestler, and to do that, he's going to have to start a win streak, and he's going to try to continue that win streak against the Candyman. All right, the match I missed a moment ago. There is going to be a double elimination round-robin tournament. Now, in this one, you've got these three wrestlers: Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, the King, Jerry Lawler, and the Californian, the Sandman. All of them wanting a shot at the world title. Well, the round-robin tournament, one-night tournament to be held tonight, will decide who gets the shot at the World Unified title. Now, here's how it works. It's a double elimination match. So the first round match will occur, and then after that match with Brian Christopher and the Candyman, the second round of the match will occur, and these matches will continue through the evening. All right, after the second round match, there's going to be another match, and on this one, there's going to be a strap on the pole. It's going to be a legal weapon. Whoever gets it can use it legally. The Bartman, Bart Sawyer, will be going against former partner Doug Masters as this battle continues.
A lot of fire there, too.
Yes, indeed,
a lot
in this
of fire.
single match. Following that, then we'll go back for round 3 of the double elimination round-robin tournament. Keep in mind, the double elimination means you have to be beaten twice to be out of it. Then there will be a mixed match. Boy, this one should be interesting. Should be good. On one side of the ring, you got Dr. Tom Prichard. Ms. Texas will be there with him. And across the way, you've got Eric's driver, Tony Falk, with CJ. And keep in mind that Ms. Texas and CJ are not just going to be in the corner outside.
They're going to be wrestling in the ring.
They're going to be in the ring.
That's
this
right.
is a mixed match.
That's right.
Following that, you've got the next round of that double elimination tournament. The winner of the tournament gets the shot at the world title. Then, boy, this match, you don't want to miss this one, let me tell you. The Moondogs will be in there with Richard Lee. They have the belts right now. They've got Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller just plain mad. I think you could tell from the way Robert Fuller was out here and stood up to the Moondogs and Richard Lee a few moments ago. This one has the makings of a wild, wild night at the Coliseum tonight. And then the finals of the double elimination tournament to determine who gets the shot at the World Unified title. Jeff?
All right. I guess I'll ask this first. Y'all going Monday night?
Yeah, I mean, I want to go because I can't, for the life of me, understand why they'd have to wrestle 4 times. Like, that math ain't math. They're going to have a triple threat 4 times, or they're just going to one of the 3 versus one of the 3.
When I give you the results,
times?
I'll give you the results here in a minute. It was so simple, but he made it so difficult. It was so funny to me. After listening to him, I was like, what are they doing? So, Jeff Gaylord didn't have any idea what he was saying. What'd you think? Are you going? Are we taking you, Braden? Oh,
yeah, I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in.
All right, I'll go too. We got to stop by Crystal, though, coming back from West Memphis. So
you got it.
What was your least favorite thing, Josh?
Normally I would have hated a show like this because it was so replay heavy. But I think that's just part of that formula they're trying to do. It seems like Eric's been at home watching WWF, and they were very replay heavy at the time. And so they're just trying to probably present it in a different way, and that's the way they were doing it. And like I said, I'm not one for the replays. We've already seen this shit. Why are we playing it again? But that's just a small gripe.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Brandon?
I mean, probably the same. I mean, I don't really have any complaints or anything. I mean, probably the replays. That would be the. I normally don't like that either, but all of these were top feuds. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. Well, the replay stuff is designed for people that is not like us watching it every week. It's designed for people that just tuned in. And, with last week being the Christmas show, there might not have been a lot of people watch that show. So they might have said, hey, we're going to do this that way. But it's my least favorite part, too, because I skipped it all. I was like, man, I don't watch this shit again. But all the stuff in between it was it was a great commercial for Monday night. Oh, yeah. Something on Monday night's card that I found hilarious, and then I'll let y'all tell me the favorite part, was the Flaming Star. Did y'all – what the hell was that in the background? Was like –
it's a nuclear detonation. Like bringing a bomb to the Mid-South Coliseum.
Like, who the hell is that? So, Josh, what was your favorite part?
Well, like I said, normally I would have hated a show like this because of all the replays. But, man, like you said, what was in between that was absolute gold. Like, pick any point of the show, like it was great other than the replays. But number one is, I don't think there's any surprise, but the Jeff Gaylord and Sandman and Lawler segment, that was pure gold. And it was Jeff Gaylord is so oblivious to like what's really being translated onto the screen. Or he just, I feel like I want to believe that he knows and he's leaning into it but I don't think he does. I don't
think he robbed the same bank twice.
Yeah, I think he's completely oblivious, and he's just that great naturally.
When you say you robbed two banks and got caught, there, okay, we get it. You're not too smart. But when you say you robbed the same bank again and got caught again, there's something just not working up there. It's not snapping. So what are your favorite part there, Brandon?
My favorite part was the Fuller promo. I'm fired up for that match, man. Like, I'm excited. The whole reason I'm going this week is because of that match. I mean, obviously there's a lot of other good stuff. And I mean, as an adult now looking back on it, the Gaylord promo was the best, but I mean, it's almost like a train wreck. Like you were saying, you want to believe that he knows that this is a work. I don't think you can, man. I think you see it on his face. I think he believes it from top to bottom. They had a discussion about how much Corey knows, and if Corey was still kind of a mark at this point, and how upset he gets with the Moondogs. I mean, Gaylord's there, man. I think it's the same scenario. I think he believes his own shit.
I believe people told him you got to live the gimmick, and that's all he's doing. Yeah. By the way, just so y'all know, if you bring me the newspaper, you'll get $1 off a t-shirt and also parking's free for this show. My favorite part is both of y'all. I'm just going to repeat what y'all said, but it's a guilty pleasure part of us watching the train wreck of Jeff Gaylord being so fun. But the legit favorite, if I was a fan, even during this time, I would be so fired up to go down Saturday night to watch Fuller and Jarrett against the Moondogs. I thought that was very well done. It's usually not done like that, especially here in Memphis. We let the heels get as much heat as they want till the match, and to watch Fuller not give anything to the Moondogs, and the Moondogs just whipped the shit out of two Hansmet guys. Am I supposed to say Hansmet now instead of jobbers? But I still say
jabronis, job boys,
job boys. So that's fun too. And we're
saying job boy.
Yeah, I'm
like
excited
a job
about
boy to you.
Oh shit! Can I do a run in? We kind of I don't even think either anybody said anything about this, but Miss Texas's promo when she called CJ a shopping mall slut, like that. Did you see Corey's face? He looks over at Dave like, "Is that all right? Is that okay?" Tom Prichard loved it. It's like he told her to say it.
By the way,
he
probably did. There's a picture of Gene with her, Miss Texas from Charlotte. Y'all look at his pictures on his page. It's hilarious. I looked at it and all I could say, "Fat boy." I actually said it out loud. While I know this is going to surprise people, but I look at my phone on the toilet, and as I'm looking at the phone on the toilet, I actually said, "Fat boy," and and afterwards I thought, wonder what my wife thought if she heard me. He done lost his mind. So
I catch myself saying "in there" all the time.
Good turn going on in there.
All right, guys, we go to the Mid-South Coliseum tonight. On the 28th, we saw Koko Ware with the opening match. He beat Tony Williams. Tony Anthony beat Don Bass. So we didn't even have the what was his name?
Flaming Star.
Did not have the Flaming Star. Tony Anthony beat Don Bass. Brian Christopher, who beat Candyman. Bart Sawyer beat Doug Masters in the strap on a pole match. So we put the babyface over real quick in that. Tom Prichard, Miss Texas beat CJ and Tony Falk. Moondogs beat Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller to keep the titles. That surprised me. So let's follow the double elimination tournament. They listed all at the end, so I don't know whether it was in between all these matches or Lawler said, no, we're just going to do it at the end. The winner is supposed to get a shot at Kamala, like they call him. So here we go. Jerry Lawler beat Jeff Gaylord, so Jerry would be 1-0. Gaylord would be 0-1. Lawler beat Sandman. That'd make him 2-0. Gaylord then beat Lawler. 1, 2, 3 in the ring. So Lawler, I'm gonna quit doing numbers. So I was taught in Northeast Arkansas, Southeast Missouri math. So I don't know how that goes. Gaylord beat Lawler. Gaylord then beat Sandman. So let's talk about this. Do y'all think Sandman's staying? I don't know, but it looks like he lost both matches. So that would give Lawler against Gaylord in the finals. Ever who lost, that would be the second or the double elimination. So Lawler beat Gaylord to go against Kamala next week. So that was Saturday night. And Sunday night, they went to Louisville, Kentucky. That was an odd day for that. But Bart Sawyer beat Doug Masters. Brian Christopher beat Candyman. Miss Texas and Tom Prichard beat CJ and Tony Falk. Lawler beat the Sandman. Dirty White Boy beat Tony Falk. And the Moondogs beat Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. These are pretty much now this would have been a week later's show when it comes to the loop, but they don't get the show until I think Wednesday or Thursday. But they had all these feuds going on, so it was easy for them to do something like this on a Sunday night. Louisville, Kentucky doesn't get a lot of clips from it, but it's fun when we see stuff from that arena. I don't know how many people was there or what they were drawing on, stuff like that. We do know they're not drawing very well in Memphis right now. All right, man. Let me tell you what's going on. I'm supposed to be Duke. I know you don't know what you're doing back there. So, what are we doing? We're going to talk about stspod.club first. Thanks everyone for joining us on the streams of Power Pro. I just want to keep saying that. Patreon this week we had I believe it's CWA this past Sunday we had Abdullah versus Bruiser Brody, and you two probably are not going to believe this, but I have two young fans. They just got started watching wrestling during this big explosion of the WWE that's happened in the last 3 or 4 years, and they have never watched Bruiser Brody or Abdullah the Butcher.
Hell yeah, man.
Wow.
So it was fun. It was really fun listening to them talk about that. Mondays on my feed is Power Pro. Thursdays we do a special edition, and this past week we did Ozark Mountain Wrestling. That I don't know what we're doing this Thursday, but that was a fun show to do, and got all kinds of great compliments. I appreciate it, guys. When we do stuff like this, you sometimes do a podcast, you come away with it, and you guys, I know Brandon's a rookie, but you come away with it and you go, I did good on that. It felt good. You come away with it sometimes and say, man, that was shitty. I didn't do very good today. Me and Gene both come away from the Ozark Mountain, and I told him this is one of my favorite episodes ever of any podcast. I've done over 1,000, almost 1,100 podcasts on my feed. Fun
That's
show.
awesome.
And then every Saturday, we do Rolling into Memphis. This past Saturday was footage from the cage match against KAW. Lots of stuff went on. Does it surprise you when another promotion comes in and lots of stuff happened backstage? We'll be talking about that on Patreon next Saturday. I found out all kinds of stuff. People don't understand that wrestling's a work. I know that's going to surprise you. We're going to talk about P3 Radio. I got the P3. Oh, hell, Duke. Duke done gave me just a minute. He's right with Smokey. Episode 468, Bad Negotiations. I still don't know about why he always tries to annoy his wife so much. She would kill me. My wife would kill me. I try to be nice. Richard went to the doctor. Oh my God. Can you believe that? Richard has a new drug. He's going to be on stage when the Lord comes. I don't know why I wrote that. I don't know what that was about.
That's what Memo told him. He's going to be saying the one where he smothers her with a pillow and the Lord comes back.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Bandit, he loved Richard's uncle and tried to fuck him all the time.
Absolutely.
Richard
That's a shoot.
Richard says he plays music when his dog fucks a rug. That made me feel uncomfortable. Richard talked about a crackhead and his fat girlfriend. Not Richard's fat girlfriend, but the crackhead's fat girlfriend. Richard went to the Dollar Tree and there was a pimp. Richard has a Choose Life t-shirt.
Like George Michael.
Richard wants to know if his reality is not his reality. He might want to check on his meds. He talks about Taco Bell burning accident going on. Turn in your badge and show your badge. I wrote that down. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Nashville.
And my favorite part of the episode was when you would ask for weird stuff for ransom demands. that is got to, and it's hilarious. It's tough. And they also have crazy things that's happened in Walmart when Richard's wife, she citizen arrested a girl in a bathroom holding a baby, and a baby could not smoke in that Walmart. So,
yeah, they told her you got to put that baby cigarette out.
So weird demands. Go ahead, Josh. Tell us about some weird demands for ransom.
Oh, it was we needed $25 in buffalo nickels, and the dude. The situation was like the SRO got caught banging, like basically on the job with another police officer, and I was like, I wish I could have busted in on that as a school guy. And he said, why? I was like, so they can pay me. And then it was like we started doing weird ransom, like, you do this or, and it got into some weird like Sacagawea gold dollars. And like, if you had to get one right now, could you? Like, would you know where to go get one?
No. To me, all I could think about is, here's what I want. I want a Diet Coke and a bag of sour cream and onion chips. And they're like, well, that's only like, $5. Well, that's going to do it. That's all I want. I had a friend that worked at Walmart, and I asked her if she looks at the stuff, because as we become friends, we would joke around, and I wanted to go in there one day and have buy a knife, some duct tape, some lube, and
rope.
and just rope. Put it on the conveyor there and see if she even notices. She said it got to where you didn't even notice what was going on. So, you just would say, here we go. Real quick plugs, Retro Wrestling Archives.club. You get all the stuff. See Gene's Patreon is Retro Wrestling Archive. That's patreon.com. My Patreon is Shooting the Shiznit without a G. Josh, you want to put over P3 Radio before we get out of here?
Yeah, just go buy some shirts. tinyurl.com/P3R store. The letter R, not the word hour.
The way
I
we
know
talk.
some of y'all's papaws say R like R.
Or
I love it. Brandon said something about, the way we talk, he talks hick or country. Brian does. If Brian don't say wash or counter, he's putting it in the counter by the wash machine, then I guess he's okay. Brandon, tell him about ECW. What do you guys do?
man, oh man, we are starting to pick up. We just Paulie Dangerously just arrived this last, I guess about 2 weeks ago now. So it's starting to turn into a show, man. It was kind of a shit show and kind of rough starting out. A lot of commentary and a lot of BSing by me and Gene. And the further we go, the quieter it gets and the more listening and paying attention and stuff like that going on. So it's starting to get interesting. I'm all in, man. Paulie Dangerously coming in. I mean, it's a completely different show now as it was, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I think now's the time to watch.
I think the fun thing about the podcast is we all know what happened, especially with the ECW thing. There's so much controversy going on. And we had even talked to Jamie Ward on a 5-minute time limit, which I think was your debut in podcasting, right? That was the first time you ever was on a podcast?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. We talked to him about some of the things that was going on, and everybody has their own story about what was going on. I think that's a really good, fun part of it. All the podcasts are actually on Jackson Media. See, you can do Jackson Media Creations at outlook.com. Email Gene if you have a question. We also on a Facebook group. We have the Neutral Corner Lounge. I never can think about that. So I got a question this week, a DM, that the guy said almost an hour into every recording, he hears a timer go off or hears a ding. It's almost an hour and you can hear it. Who is doing that? Well, I messaged him back and I said, I'm doing that. And it's my crazy pill time. So I got to have a timer for my crazy pill, guys. I wouldn't be able to hold in there. So I'm sorry if you hear that. I appreciate it. Stick with me. I'm crazy. I need my pills. Guys, y'all know this, and everybody listening knows it by now. I love my mama. Oh, yeah.